Now that we have a basic understanding of what to expect from this course, we're going to dig a little deeper and explore the process consultants typically go through when developing a report for a client. Let's start by walking through each milestone one by one and discuss what's involved in reaching that goal. Now, as I briefly mentioned in the previous video, the very first step in any report development process is connecting to your data. These days, data can exist nearly anywhere, whether it's on-prem in the form of a local database, flat files like CSV or Excel tables, or in the cloud online in locations like Azure, Google, Amazon Web Services, Salesforce, and so on. For those of you who've worked with data, you know that data is often bulky, messy, or even containing some errors or inconsistencies that need to be fixed before you use it. That's where the beauty of Power Query comes into play. Power Query is a tool that is built into the Power BI suite. It lets you quickly and easily apply nearly any type of transformation that is required before your data can be utilized. Now, if your data is already cleaned up and ready to use from the start, then it still works fantastic as a simple data connector. The point is, it's there if and when you need it. Now, the tables themselves can only go so far. So once you've connected to and transformed your data as needed, the next step in the process is to load them into a data model. The data model consists of a collection of tables, all connected through the use of relationships and keys. These relationships are what make the data model extremely powerful. They allow the model to run faster, require less file size for storage, and many other advantages. Plus, the data model's main language, DAX, or Data Analysis Expression, can perform nearly any calculation, given a set of business requirements. The relationships paired with the DAX language make the Microsoft data model the most powerful in the business. Now, the amazing thing about these tools I've discussed is that they're not just in Power BI. They're in Excel too. You see, both Power Query and the data model that I've discussed actually started out in Excel, all the way back in Excel 2010. Power BI only exists because these tools were started in Excel originally. What that means for you is that you have a choice at the end of the day. You can build a data model report in Power BI, but you could also build a very similar report in Excel as well. In fact, other than the actual report design, the process of connecting to your data, transforming your data, and building your data model are basically identical between the two pieces of software. The only real difference is how the final report looks once you've built your tables and charts. The point is, you have a choice. It's basically a 2-for-1 deal when you're learning these skills. Just to really drive home how much added value you're getting between these two pieces of software, ask yourself how much time you think is spent building the model versus building the charts and graphs of a report. From my experience, I'd estimate about 80% of development time is spent building the model, with about 20% creating the actual visualizations. So basically, most of your work will be the same in either tool. After you finish building the model and you finalize the layout and design of your report, really, the only thing left is to work with the client or user to determine the best way to share or distribute your report. Alright, with that being said, I will see you in our next video.